Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Penn State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways. This guy is very dangerous.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
He's looking for a man on second down. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's DeMarco. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The Fighting Illini take possession, and their offense will go to work for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
I just does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Now facing a third and long. Looking for a man. It's Eaton. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Illinois lining up quickly.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time, able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
to throw on second down. Complete to the left. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. Touchdown Illini. A great catch and run for 6. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be knocked down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. This is a long 4th down try, but the offense stays on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Wide open downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one. That football, we can't have any more turnovers.
It's complete on the right side. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The Nittany Lions are threatening on 1st and goal. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Penn State. Ready to try the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
With the catch, it's Jocelyn.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The aerial assault continues. Firing to the end zone. Just a little off. Incomplete. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Looking downfield, it's Eaton. Lets it fly. He makes the catch. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And the Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And what a good job by the pass rush, getting to the QB and putting the lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You got to get quarterback hits.
Well, they went right back to him, and he went right back down. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Illinois. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Rifles it down the middle. Makes a catch down the right side. He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he got loose, it was all over. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Houston is just getting blown off the field right now in H-Town, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 21 to Utah. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He'll start this drive firing. Gets it out quickly. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. To throw, it's Eaton. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. This time he's got his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
And his throw is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's right on target. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Eaton. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell he just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
He'll take another shot here. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Illinois right back to the line. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's Eaton. Looking down the middle. It's complete. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Illinois moving it quickly down the field.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot up over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Off the field. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown Illini. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fair catch called for and made. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Power football with the run. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll leave it with him. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 45. Got a lot of running room. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the 1st? That's huge.
This offense has a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yardage after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. He's got him, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Penn State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Texas Tech was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Lubbock. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Red Raider Nation who will enjoy this win. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Now on second down after the incompletion. They go to the ground. Pushed his way ahead. Illinois lining up quickly. Defense in press coverage. Looking to throw at Eaton. He'll get rid of it. Got him downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. The give to the tailback. Runs through the tackle.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Pulls it in. Bulldozes his way through. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to pass it on second down. Spits it out to the back. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. The Illinois offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll go right back to the run. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Illinois right back to the line. Looking to pass. It's Eaton. Finds his big tight end. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. From the gun. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Quarterback checking off. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. He rifles one deep down the middle. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And he tacks on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here to steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And oh no, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Tackled immediately after the catch. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw on 3rd. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. They're bringing heat. He's got it, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting at it.
And he's thrown another interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Back to pass. It's Eaton coming after him. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Up-tempo for the offense. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. They'll try the counter. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. He'll try it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
Everything going the offense's way. Trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defense.